Every foreigner was seen with suspicion.
To explain a little bit about here. And we are now facing to the next level of flying. How does megatons of iron fly? So, but we all understood benefits of this exciting technology of aerospace. The same with electricity. So the blockchain, I think, is the next disruptive technology, the same level like electricity was 100 years ago. And I will explain to you just a few benefits of this technology, which will be connected by horizontal way by the agents, which is like a Siri, Alexa, and other devices or software. By with this technical world will be interconnected with each other through the data mining. And data mining, which is
most comprehensive thing that is being done. This is the first government in the history of Pakistan where you have a member of the cabinet whose portfolio is institutional reform. And it's not just any person, it is somebody who is generally recognized to be an authority in the country on the subject, and that's Dr. Ishra.
Civilization stopped. I feel it has stopped. Slowly but surely it stopped, and now it is turning around. And I'm very, very hopeful that in the coming month we will start seeing a picking up of the industrial activities. The other major problem that we face, and in how many industries, I don't want to name them, but name the company, but whether you take footwear, whether you take manufacturing of cigarettes, whether you think of beverages, you work on, that slowly but surely this thing will happen, and I'm assuring you it will happen. We will be able to turn this table around, and I am confident that with what Asir has just said and what he's trying to do, that we should be able to get the process of make in Pakistan at the forefront of it, rather than having everything coming in from the outside. And we are seeing the results of this already. You're seeing it in the papers that our imports are being compressed, and I hope that they will be compressed more in the finished goods area, and we're giving elbow room for ease of raw materials and intermediaries coming into Pakistan to get our industrialization going.
Thank you very much. As for I know that get a little bit out of control, and we keep on have to make him wait for to them for just came over to attend this meeting in the middle of cabinet meeting. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both so much, and if I could call Dr. Amjad Waheed to the stage for a vote of thanks, please. If we could just hold you one moment, please. Dr. Amjad, please, if you could join us. Dr. Amjad, oh, he's there. And also, I do know we want to give a token of appreciation, so if I could have Asfar.
Private sector company in Pakistan, and Mr. Razak Dawood, renowned in...
Alexander, are you here? Alexander Shulgan and Ali Al-Kai, just giving a token of appreciation. This beautiful book on Pakistan. Obviously, all of you who live here know how beautiful the countryside is. I've been here a few times and got to Hida Ando. Thank you so much for your great moderation. What we would like to do, since we have an action-packed session in the afternoon, we're going to break just a little earlier today. So I'd like you to join me back here before I need to make sure that everybody is back here. So I'd like to request that you be back here for after the lunch break, that if you'll be back here, please, with us for about 10 minutes, a quarter to 2. Let's say
accelerate our economy development. And we think in the following 3 or 5 years, there are three most important issues we have to pay more attention. That's here shows WTTX, LTE, and 5G. I hope this information can bring some reference for you. And when you do some country plan or do some investment, you can put more efforts, put more attention on these three aspects. Okay, that's my presentation. Thank you.
I want all my data to be protected.
I need a cloud that talks to my other clouds.
I need tech that works at scale.
Dear Tech, are you working for all of us or just a few of us?
Can we build AI without bias? AI that fights bias.
AI that helps us see the bias in ourselves?
We need tech that helps people understand each other.
That understands my business.
Dear Tech, here's the thing. It starts with people.
It starts with me.
It starts with me.
I would like to make open source software the standard.
I'm teaching the next generation of coders.
We're working to help make sure your food is fresh and safe to eat.
That what you buy isn't a knockoff or from a sweatshop.
We're helping people take the turbulence out of their travel.
We're working on smarter ways to help people manage their diabetes.
We're doing the hard work.
And we need your help.
We need your support.
To make a difference in people's lives.
Dear Tech. Dear Tech. Dear Tech.
Let's help make a difference in finance.
Let's make a difference in retail.
In telecommunications, insurance,
and healthcare.
Let's make a difference in government,
The environment,
And society. Let's develop new solutions with the help of quantum technology.
QUANTUN. Quantum.
Let's use IoT to help victims of natural disasters.
Let's use blockchain to help reduce poverty.
Let's show girls that STEM isn't just a boys' club.
Let's champion data rights as human rights.
We have the power to do so much.
Good afternoon. So the most profound impact technology has created, and we always forget industry or as humanity, it has made the world more human-centric. Now, when the world goes human-centric, it has created a new paradigm, a new normal. In the new normal, the old business models are getting obsolete. They are no more relevant. The first thing I will talk about 4 things today. The first thing is, what are the new business models? The second thing is, how do you build those business models and what do you need? So, in this era of technology, one thing which has fundamentally changed is the basic equation of any industry or any business. We have moved from productivity to creativity. We have moved from output to outcomes. Because of all the technology benefits, it's easy to create.
State some facts. A country of 200 million plus population, North Africa, but also the ability for Pakistan to use this market of 230 million consumers and grow. But what did Minister Qureshi this morning is, can you find common ground with India, which is the #1 geopolitical concern for Pakistan today, to allow development? And I heard a similar debate. Out of respect for our guests on the panel, can we limit and shut the doors in the back? Thanks. If we can shut the doors in the back, that would be a big help. Thank you very much. It's a key question. I just want everybody's attention on it if we can. But how do we find common ground, Mr. Sehgal?
John, you asked about common ground with India. Well, I think we need common sense in India to start with. If they have common sense, they would know that the entire world is open to them. Europe, Africa, Asia, Central Asia. If they come to terms with Pakistan and utilize the passage, be a partner of ours in CPEC instead of posing it tooth and nail. That is a problem. That they're not seeing the problem from the economic side, they're seeing the problem from their version of the political side. So they need really to, do a rethink and think about the enormous benefits, but not only the people of South Asia, but their own country would get if the markets open up to their trucks and railway lines getting into Europe, to Africa even, and into Central Asia, and to China, of course. But, unfortunately, I would say probably in this room, I'm one of those fortunate ones who worked on the initial start of the CPEC project as a helicopter pilot attached to the People's Liberation Army when they were making this Silk Road, in the beginning. And the Karakoram Highway, we were working on it in 1970, right? And even at that time, as a young man, I used to think I was very skeptical about this road going from nowhere to nowhere and coming back. But today, it makes so much economic sense. And to go back to your question, the only piece left in the puzzle is to get India involved. And we can only get involved when India realizes that we are here to stay as a country. And we are here a country that can be a powerful friend rather than be an implacable foe. Now they have put us in a position, time and again, where they're only, as far as the rhetoric is concerned, is only our destruction, right? I mean, there's no, if you go through the rhetoric, it implies that. It becomes very difficult. But I must tell you, I think one of the greatest events in our world has passed in the last few days, when instead of doing the normal chest thumping Pakistan do when India does, the Prime Minister, restrained himself and said, we will retaliate, but we will do so. And then when the retaliation came, it was a measured response. And it did not, since India did not inflict any either material or manpower damage on us, nobody got killed in the Balakot strike, we did the same thing. We targeted 6 people, objectives, but we did not drop bombs on them. We dropped the bombs at adjacent fields. So we delivered a message, and then when, of course, the aircraft came across, we shot them down and returned the pilot. So here was an opportunity where we could have gone the other side. We could have gone south and gone into possibly the first stages of a nuclear war, right? But this is a tremendous opportunity for India to take that thing up, let us say, the challenge of peace rather than the challenge of war.
Okay, that's an excellent opening comment. I'm going to ask for us to pick up on each other's thoughts. We can have the desire to get more regional stability, which puts us in the better context for geopolitical stability overall.
Go to look more global, because the world becomes a very connectivity linked society and everybody becomes part of a global supply chain. And everybody, also in other countries, you always have regional security issues. But if you stick too much to that, and if you put the focus too much on that, you lose, I would say, the focus on the real development. Because also we are based in Brussels. We have a very good collaboration with your very proactive Pakistan embassy. We hosted very recently the chairman of the Chief of Staff's Committee. But I was very, very positively.
In recent decades, with the collapse of Soviet Union and the emergence of China as the second largest economy in the world, Pakistan is in a very special position these days, in these years and in these decades. In order to materialize that very potential which do exist for Pakistan, in particular knowing that Pakistan is a population of 200 million plus people, plus with enormous resources, underground resources, over-the-ground resources, human resources, which is the most important resources of every nation. I think the only ingredient which is really required in order to get to the success and also to materialize on those potentials which exist in this country is the establishment of the rule of law, number one. Of course, democracy is another point. So these two are very, very, of course, stability, both internally as well as externally with the neighbors. Once those conditions, at least to a certain degree, establish, I think the world is going to look at Pakistan and they will see Pakistan is not the things they see or they hear in the media or they see on the TV screens. It's very different. My own experience, this is the first time I've been in Pakistan, and in the past I tried to come to Pakistan 3 times actually as a minister, but due to certain politics I couldn't come. But this time I'm not a minister, so I'm on my own, and I said I'm going, and I came. And I see that Pakistan is very different than what I've heard about and what I've listened in the past. So, thank you.
But you know what? You raised some interesting points. I'm going to